All right, guys, how you doing? We are back with another episode of Storyalysis. I am Pierre,
And I'm Chris.
and today we'll be doing our first movie breakdown. and
Yeah, very first
ah,
one.
the very first one, bro. We did The Last of Us. We're almost done with season 1 of Vinland Saga, and then yeah, of course, I'm black. This movie came out. I said we have to do it.
Yep, you really vouched for this movie and you really
ah,
wanted to discuss it. So here we are. And full disclaimer to anybody listening, I went into this movie completely blind. So all I knew is what Pierre told me, which is that the movie is very layered and it's very black centric as well. And you know, off podcast, I told Pierre my initial raw impressions when it finished, and basically what I said was that from a storytelling perspective, I personally think that it's clever at times, uh, but to me, there are certain areas in the story that I think lacks a little bit of polish and uh, some plot issues came up because of that. But regardless, I think it was a creative way to open a dialogue on race, specifically Black America, through an entertaining story. So I'm going to try not to be too harsh on it, um, especially because there's a good deal of satire and comedy that feels like the story doesn't take itself too seriously, but at the same time, it's touching on a very deep issue for many people. So, but if anything stands out, if anything really stands out to me, I'll point it out when we get there. But yeah,
Christian, you've
that's
never had to. This is odd.
that's
That's
what do you mean?
yeah, you've never had to like go to such length to but yeah, I understand. Honestly, yeah, disclaimers are probably needed, sure, because this is yeah. This yeah, I can see how this can be biased if broken down from a race. Like if this is broken down to like two white guys, it might be different than two black guys. I get it. No, that makes sense. There's some sense. All right, so the movie starts.
Mm-hmm.
They show us this poster. it's just it's
Yes.
a okay. So it's a poster. It's a white guy holding what I would think is like a soda, sure, and it says "Keep him smiling." It's written in a very like urban way, like keep like keep him smiling. I think even the smiling was like a n apostrophe, like not fully like written grammatically correct. I think. I don't know why I don't remember that. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh shit! All right, so we're basically puppets, and then like just from that, I was like, all right, that's just slowly what I got.
Damn.
I
Damn.
was like, yep, this is some freaking. I'm in for a lab type freaking movie where we're just being controlled and shit. This is a freaking social
Wow.
experiment. That's
You
literally what
had
I.
the
That's what I gathered just from that picture.
you had the writer's number, huh? You knew
The
exactly what was
writer's
gonna
number.
happen.
I don't know, man. I was like, bro, there's no way. Also, people have been hyping this movie up since it came out. I was like, oh, dude, my boys were like, dude, Pierre, you gotta watch this shit. Like, you gotta watch, dude. Like, it'll go over some people's heads. I'm like, sure, I guess I'll watch it. But yeah, man, that first scene, I'm like, bro, all right, we're basically just puppets. We're just lab rats, and this is probably what this is gonna say. This is what I thought just from that painting. All right, what about you, dude? What do you think?
So in the beginning, what really caught my eye was when they were talking about someone. It was like a background conversation, and some guy was talking about how he saw Michael Jackson
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. Um, that immediately stuck out to me. The main reason is that I'm like I mentioned earlier, I'm going into this knowing that it's a very layered movie. So when you say something like that you saw a Michael Jackson somewhere, that immediately that drew my attention because I felt like that was going to come up later. To my surprise, it didn't, and I was actually gonna this I was gonna ask you. Did that have any significance? Do you think that he said he saw? Because especially when as the movie progresses, like we find out that there's like clones involved.
Hmm.
What do you think was the purpose of the
Yo,
guy saying, "What's up?"
no, no, literally from what you're saying. Okay, I didn't pick up on that. Okay, again, this is subjective. You never know, right? Because Michael Jackson. What happened, to Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson had a disease, right? What was the name of what he had? What was the name of
Oh,
what he had? I can't remember. I can't remember. But because of that, he went from black to white. That is
oh,
insane.
wow. Okay, yeah. I
uh
didn't pick up on that either.
oh.
Damn.
No, we're gonna get to that. This is the end, but dude.
Wow.
Okay, okay, Christian. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. We're moving. We're moving. Okay.
We're moving.
I guess that makes sense from there. Yeah. So yeah, of course, and then we're introduced to the main character, Fontaine, and
Fontaine.
homeboy's driving, and of course, there's like
What
a
an what an interesting name, huh? Fontaine.
Fontaine. Yo, wait,
Hmm.
Fontaine. Fontaine. That means fountain in French.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what that means in French. Fountain. Uh,
Fountain. What do fountains symbolize? What are they symbolic of? I guess
what
I
does
guess
fountain
like
symbolize?
well, I'm thinking of a fountain that kind of sprays in like an umbrella pattern.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
maybe it's like there's like a root, and from that root are a bunch of different canals that kind of make like this it's like symbolic of a tree. I don't
And
know.
he's a
And
drug
like
dealer.
and he's a drug dealer, and also like, there's like one Fontaine that's the root and who's, you know, the
Bro,
main guy behind everything, and then all the
bro.
other
All right,
Fontaines
Christian, we just started and you're
sprout.
just dropping knowledge. Okay, okay.
that
Yeah,
that's
that makes sense. That makes some
as I'm
sense actually.
as I'm saying this, it sounds more and more ridiculous, but I don't know.
No, but okay. So what I took it as, right? He's a drug dealer. Jesus, fountains. Yes, yes. Like yeah, like
Fontaine.
you're saying, right? Different canals. That's true. But also a drug dealer. There's plugs. There's different suppliers. No, not suppliers.
Mm,
There's different people that you
networks.
distribute to. Networks. Like in Power, Ghost. There's Primeras, and Primeras have corner boys, and corner boys have just dude. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. That's bro. All right, we got damn. All right, we can keep nitpicking everything, but like so far, these two things that you've picked out are they make sense, dude. They go perfectly with the plot. If they're inserted there for that reason, then yes, you pluck them out correctly. Damn,
Mm.
that's insane, actually. Okay.
Especially when you consider the fact that our main character is not called Tyrone, but the name of the
Yes.
movie is They
Yes.
Clone Tyrone,
Yes.
which
The name of the movie, they clone Tyrone, bro. Okay, okay, okay. All right, Christian, you're all right. All right, we're rolling. This is gonna be a 4 hour. Oh, dude, we got to get off the first scene, but
yeah.
but, but still, damn, those make sense, man.
Hmm.
Okay, homeboy's driving. Of course, he's driving. There's obviously he's a drug dealer, and there's another drug dealer activity on his territory. So like
Mm.
territorial drug battle war type things. So of course he knocked the dude like with the car. He's like, dude, I tell you not to sell your shit here because this is my block. Makes sense. He goes
Mm.
into the bodega or 7-Eleven or wherever it is that they go to. Notice there's a flyer that says one missing person, a black person.
Hmm. I noticed a
When he,
lot of those, right? Yeah.
yes, no, they increase over time. He goes back in there. There's two flyers of two black people missing. But anyway, yeah. So he goes in
Mm.
there, gets the drink, not the drink. It gets the alcohol that he buys. The guy begging outside. He said, "It's in the water, young blood."
Mm. Dude
This
knows.
guy, yeah, this guy Frog, the guy who's probably homeless.
Mm.
Frog has been so insightful throughout this whole movie. Like, there's not a
Right.
thing Frog have said. That even later on, Frog helps them, but like, well, we're gonna get to that. It's in the water, young blood. Put a pin
He's
on
very
that. I mean,
cryptic.
right.
Very cryptic.
And of course, homeboy gets home. Yep, looking at the fridge. Ronald,
Mm. Ronnie.
Someone named Ronald is dead, Ronnie. And right away we're like, all right, this hits home. This is probably a little cousin, little brother. They're like, yeah, dude, if this is in your house, this is on your fridge, this had to have been someone close, family, blood. Great.
Right.
And then a knock on door. Yo, mom, you good? Mom is good. Which I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna
Oh
get.
man,
Let's
dude.
let's
This
let's get to
part.
that. No, we're gonna get to that when we get to that because that's like, I don't know if I want to give that away now. The
mm,
significance of not having a parent for a drug dealer
mm,
to stray you in the right path. But no, we're gonna get to that. But it's like
mm.
fried chicken commercial comes on, bro. Of course, it's just fried chicken. Come get your chicken. It's like, dude, oh my goodness. Okay, great. Like I mentioned in Power, right? Because I watch Power. Like they have freaking Primaris, Corner Boys, blah blah blah. One of his guys that I'm assuming he distribute the drug to, and that guy lay it on the market. Is like, hey man, this shit's light. Slick Charles. All right, I'm gonna
Slick
go get
Charles.
Slick Charles
Oh,
myself, bro.
oh man.
All right, all right. The hotel,
Mm.
bro.
I really like this scene because this dude, what's Jamie Foxx? That's
Jamie
the
Foxx.
name, right? He's so funny
Yes.
here, especially with
Honestly,
the orange juice thing. That killed me.
dude, no, I didn't know. Jamie Foxx as an actor has a range that's great. Jamie Foxx does comedy. Jamie Foxx does serious movies. Like there's a movie with him and I
Yeah.
think Gabrielle Union where they kidnapped Miami Vice. That was Jamie Foxx.
Mm.
But I've never seen him in such a comical way. Like this role to me is comical in English word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
this role to me would have been good for Chris Tucker, like Rush Hour
Nice.
Chris Tucker, the freaking the Fifth
Oh,
Element, the Fifth
man.
Element Chris Tucker. Yes, but Jamie
Chris Tucker.
Foxx, dude, Jamie Foxx just nah. He took that home. Like I was, bro. He's like me and Jesus haven't been the same since I pimped this girl named Mary. It's like,
Yeah, that was much later.
oh my goodness, that was much later. Yes, now he's arguing with Yo Yo. I'm out of this.
Yo
I'm out of
yo.
this. Forget that. Like I'm done. I'm retired. And she says one thing.
Mm.
She says, you're a Jedi mind tricking motherfucker anyway. Jedi mind trick. Pimps. How do you think pimps get women? They groom them. Like groom them, basically brainwash them into getting into a point where they're longing for like their pimps, meaning they will literally cut ties with their own parents, their own best friends, thinking I'm voluntarily choosing that. There's a show with Gabrielle Union, and I can never remember the main character's name. Olivia Spencer, I think that's her name. Episode season 3, truth be told, Apple TV season 3, they go in depth of like what pimps, the way they manipulate these women to basically put them in a situation where they're latching onto you, where they think you still love them, although a pimp can like hurt you. Like nah, like I'm the bottom bitch, like daddy loves me. Which when she said you're just a Jedi mind tricking mofo, I was like, that's such good writing because that's what pimps are. Like, dude, how do you get a girl to give up her body daily to strangers and come back to you? But
Yeah.
it's crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But anyway, Charles Fontaine comes in.
Mm.
Where's the money? Oh my goodness. He's like, oh shit. He's like,
Uh,
this black on black violence needs to stop.
yeah, he. Oh man, this guy's a trip.
He's like, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, yeah. And then he tries to because he's trying to act intimate, like he's trying to act like he has the upper advantage when
Yeah,
clearly he
right?
doesn't.
Yeah.
Because he
And his
like
girls are
he
in the room, which is even worse because a pimp, you're supposed to look like, no,
yeah.
you're big daddy. Like these girls looking up to you. You're supposed to be like, it's like,
Yeah, and then after he says like after he says you're lucky I'm a lover not a fighter.
right?
He opens the door and he's like, all right, get out. And then
Right?
he
He had the
what does
last
he
word.
do?
Yeah,
Yeah, he has the last word. He's like, huh? What'd you say? Yeah, that's what I thought. Little bitch.
Little
Close
bit.
the door. That was funny. That was
Uh,
funny.
and of course, that was hilarious. Fontaine gets in the car, can't pull out because Isaac is in the back. Isaac, dude,
Dude,
from yeah,
wait. That moment, I liked how they really stretched it out when he was in the car and he was
yes,
trying to back
debating,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they stretched that out for a long time to the point where I was
Mm.
getting a little. I was feeling it, I was feeling like my that anxiety a
Yeah.
little. I was feeling it a little bit, man. That was nice. I like that little touch there.
Bro,
That
to
was
back
that was
out, he's like,
very
yeah,
nice.
should I get out? Should I get even dude, even the way he went out, that shows bravery.
Yeah,
There's nothing you would have been able to pay me, Christian, to make me get out of that car.
I mean, I feel like it bordered on recklessness because he turned the car off. Uh, it's like
He turned the
I
car
don't
off.
know. He turned the car off, and I feel like
Oh
he could
shit.
have like drove forward a little bit, tried to
Yeah, bro. That's not
parallel
a
park his way
wall.
out of there. Like,
Literally, bro. It's not even a wall in front of you, man. Honestly, that's a good point. That's a freaking good point. But the
but
thing just shows you the freaking kind of violent mentality. It's because you have to be
prideful.
ruthless to make it to the top of a drug ring. Because we just see him as a local drug dealer, but for him to get established in that position to be distributing drugs, you've had to have shown some kind of
Moxie.
oh yes, yeah. So I can see how he's like that's like Tommy from freaking even Ghost have freaking dude. I'm doing Power references you've never seen Power, but anyway, it's just but yeah, it's so yeah, in a way that's plausible that he would freaking get out of the car like oh, and of course, homeboy bleeds out. Jamie Foxx character Slick Charles sees it. Okay,
Hmm.
tomorrow morning, homeboys wake up like what the fuck, like what's going on, like wait, like what I just watched.
Hmm.
Wait, mm-hmm.
You
What's
know,
up, yo?
I just wanted to confirm that I remember this correctly. So it wasn't that he had a dream that he got shot, right? It's like he woke up because,
Yeah,
mm,
it's the very next day. He actually woke up. Christian, that's where
but he
the cloning,
right,
he
but
got cloned.
right, but he didn't like dream that he got shot. This is like a completely different Fontaine that doesn't have the memories of the
Yes,
previous one.
correct.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, just wanted to make sure that I
Yeah.
remember
He
that
wake up
correctly.
and does the same thing that he does every day, man. He his normal routine, lift weight, go to that bodega. There are
Hmm.
two flyers of missing black people. Just like I
Mm.
love that the camera doesn't even zoom in on them because dude, we have a freaking eye for that kind of shit, bro. We've been groomed by Christopher Nolan and M Night Shyamalan, so we're constantly looking for details. It's like we're like, bro, there's two flyers. Like, oh, okay, someone else went
Mm.
missing.
Mm.
It is what it is. Crazy shit. Okay, and then he gets his regular thing, gets his alcohol, steps outside. There's some guy who's like half dead, walking like someone who escaped from somewhere. And of course, a black SUV
Right.
come in and take that guy.
Now, okay, I don't know when's a good time to talk about this moment, but maybe
For
it's like a
sure.
little further down. Yeah,
No, go ahead,
let's
bro.
wait until well, uh well I need the context of what happens later to really paint a picture of what I'm like questioning here, but we can wait until like we get to the further parts and then I'll come back to this moment.
Okay, okay. All right, yeah, we'll jump back to this. It's it's all good. Of course, it goes
Yeah.
his own routine. Go home, knock on door. Great, mom is good. It is what it is. Now back to the hotel. A perm
Hmm.
commercial comes in, bro. Yeah, get your perm. It is what it is. And Jamie Foxx at the hotel, Slick Charles, and of course Charles comes in, and bro, Jamie Foxx's performance there, dude, I was dying because I always think about these things, bro. It's like you're actors, you're paid to act, but the way this is so authentic, it's like
Instead of
homeboy really just saw the dead.
he said if this orange the orange juice bit kills me so much. He said if this like he starts drinking out of frustration and then he
Right?
throws it across the room. It's like if this damn thing is empty, throw it out.
You're like, Jesus, are you trying to test the pimp? It's just,
Uh,
oh my goodness, they're like,
yeah,
dude,
he's
yeah.
he's he's definitely my favorite character in this whole
Oh
movie.
no, he played the role so well. I uh I love the fact that they made his character funny, which is one thing to
Yeah.
give humor too, because pimps are normally harder than that. Because these girls latch onto you, that's true, but you also need a level of respect from them that you only gain, unfortunately, most of the time is through violence. Like I told you when we broke down what, The Last of Us. I think I was saying that Dave Chappelle had this skit where it was like pimps, how they get their girls to get deeply into their mind. That psychological trick is like some of them beat the girls and then run them a bath later to be like, bro, I'm like I'm your protector and your destroyer. Like you need me to basically live. So I like that as a pimp, he was very laid back. It's like
Yeah, he was
it
pretty
was it
chill,
was it was pretty chill. It was pretty chill, which is like
all things considered.
that is true. That is true. So yeah, Charles is shocked. Like, dude, I'm telling you, you're freaking dead. Like, you can't. How you here, bro? You like I saw you died. So all right, we need a witness. What's a witness? Yo-Yo, because Yo-Yo was leaving. Remember when Fontaine came in? He was like, oh, he's
Yep.
in room 6 or he's in room 7 because she was upset with Slick Charles.
Yep.
So they
Well,
get in with Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo tell them, yeah, I did see, girl. I think you died because we heard the bullets. And she's like, yeah, I saw the perpetrators that took you. And it's like, she said, I used to have visits in that house. And Jamie Foxx like, yo, I didn't sanction that. Like this girl's been running her own on the side prostitute freaking business without her pimp. It's like, yeah. He's like, I didn't
uh,
sanction that.
oh
Oh my
man.
goodness. No, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx's character was hilarious. Oh man. So yeah, he's like, okay, let's just drive up there. As they're driving, a song comes on. If you had a long day, I don't remember the words, so kick back and relax. And Jamie Foxx like, I always get tired when the song
Yeah.
comes on,
And they
and
all
him
started
and Yo
yawning.
Yo yawn. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the details, man. The freaking little details, the crumbs that drop.
The
We're picking them up.
indoctrination. It's already happening.
Yes, the indoctrination. That's the grooming process, bro. Yes. Yes, Christian.
Hmm.
And then, of course, they get to the house and she's like, that's the car I saw. And Jamie Foxx like, no,
Hmm.
no, that's not the car. Jamie Foxx is correct because Jamie Foxx watched Charles die in Charles' car. No, Charles. Jamie Foxx is Charles. Jamie Foxx, Charles. All right, let's just call them their name. Slick Charles saw Fontaine. I keep trying to say Fontaine. Dude, now that you've unlocked that, that's what it is in French in my head. But
Focus.
focus.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Right, because Fontaine's car, he saw him die in his car. So the last
All
car he
right.
saw him in was his own car. But when Yo-Yo say I saw the perpetrators, Yo-Yo saw the cloning people come pick you up in the SUV. This is why Yo-Yo think that's the car.
All right.
The car that's parked in front of the car in front of the house. When they're like, yeah, they get to the house. Yeah, the Yo-Yo, that's the car. And Fontaine. Charles is like, that's not the car. Because that's not the car I saw. Anyway, great. They get in the house. Is what it is.
But by the way, the
Mm-hmm.
Fontaine or not Fontaine,
Slick
Charles
Charles?
and yes, like
Yo-Yo?
Charles and Yo Yo. Man, at this point in the movie, I had no idea. Like, if I figured that they were just business partners with Fontaine, but they turned out to be some really ride or die kind of people to have in your corner. Because the fact that they're following him into this abandoned house,
That is
they
true.
and then as you'll get
Yeah,
to,
like
they
I
go
got.
into this like sketchy ass elevator. It's like,
Yeah,
bro,
that is true. That is true. Yeah, because seriously, bro, that's your problem. You're trying to solve
yeah,
your last night's murder. Like, great. All right, drop me off here. That is true.
and
That's
and
actually true. That's a good point.
they know that their lives are potentially in danger because they pull out a pistol when they're in the
That
elevator. So
that
they're
is
not like
true.
oblivious to the danger here.
This is
It's
true.
just
This
like,
is true. No, one can argue. Yeah, yeah. Especially black folks, bro. We run away from danger. That is true.
right.
Actually, Christian. Good
I was
point.
gonna bring this up, right? I was gonna bring this up because
Good point.
there's a I don't know if it's if stereotype is the right word. I don't know, but it's you hear a lot of black people always say that like in like a horror movie, for example, like,
Oh,
oh
you'd
man, if
never
I was
catch
in this
us.
movie, oh,
Yeah,
I would have ran away, like,
of course,
as soon as I heard like even the slightest noise, I'd be out that bitch.
of
But
course.
here it's like I don't know if that was because I know that there's a lot of satire in this movie. I don't know if they were trying to lean into that and say like, yeah, typically this is the moment where you'd be like, why are you going in the elevator? Just
That
leave.
is true. That is true.
I don't know. I don't know. But
No, that's a
I
good
do
point.
think
That's very unblack. of, of,
In
of
a
us
very
to
black
do.
movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, dude, that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're doing little analysis, subjective, of course, because someone else can watch this and think completely otherwise. But yeah, that's a good point. I would not do shit like that, bro. Like, hey man, this is the house. Thank you. Can you drop me back to the hotel? Just drop me
Yeah,
back.
like
Now that you have the address, and then come back here yourself.
yeah, and the fact that Fontaine, he didn't even have to like aggressively convince uh what's his name, Charles, to come in the elevator. He was just kind of
Yeah.
like he was
No,
acting as if they were really
But Yo
close
Yo,
friends.
no, no, he wasn't even. But Yo Yo was for the thrill because Fontaine is trying to solve his murder. He gets in. Yo Yo's like, okay, I'm getting in too, and Charles is back. Like Yo Yo, like your senses are not tingling right now. It's like, and like, oh, I guess the two of us are in here. Fuck it, I guess I'll come too. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
he didn't.
I can see how she would be in for the thrill, especially because
Yeah,
she mentions I forget the name of the books, but she has like stacks of them, and
yes.
they're just
Oof, no,
mystery novels, right?
I'm gonna get to Yo-Yo's character, bro. Oof, it's just nah, bro. This casting, these roles were meticulously chosen, and we're gonna get to that shit, Christian. We're gonna get to it. But,
Right.
um, yeah, it's So of course, yeah, she they go upstairs. Now the guy's dancing Michael Jackson. They come in. Guy gets spooked. Now of course he's a white guy with an afro. Put a pin on that. We're
Hmm.
gonna get to that again. But yeah,
Well,
it's
we're
just
gonna get to that.
of course, everything is connected. This is like Get Out. No, this is not. This is two different things. This is two different things. But still, but
I
yeah.
do feel like this movie was heavily inspired by Get Out, though.
Oh, bro. A little tangent, but the thing is, I think Get Out is more the innuendos and the depth and Get Out are more subtle. Like this is in your face until the twist at the end, of course. But yeah, this is like more in your face.
Mm.
Like if you watch Get Out, I hope everyone that watches Get Out like get exactly what this is right away. Which is basically like some white people that have a preference for young black people because to them, yeah, there's the features are much better and whatnot. I guess that's what they mentioned as the guy was getting auctioned in that scene in Get Out. It's like, oh, they're strong, they last more in bed, like they got muscles. Just, but at the same time, that preference, there's also hatred in that preference.
Wait, I don't know. Like for
What's
some
up?
reason, when you were saying that just now, I imagine like this probably wasn't true, but I imagine you had like the goofiest grin on your face.
Oh no,
Like
this is
you
actually
were.
was, bro. I was actually serious. I was about to get some serious shit. Like, why I say there's hatred, right? Like, you're into
uh,
someone who's young, someone who's faster. Like, you can pick and choose. Meaning, these parents could tell their daughter, "You can bring us some black men." That's true, but at the same time, you can bring us some, I don't know, Division 1 quarterback or Division 1 football kicker or the water polo captain or the badminton captain, or I'm just naming white sports. As in, you could bring us some young white specimen too, because if youth is what we're looking for, that we can stay alive longer. We have a preference, but every now and then we can dabble in a very good looking white man. But no, they never told her that. That's the hatred part because they can't fathom ripping a young white boy or white girl away from their family to basically put them in this mental prison in this sunken place. I'm not doing that to my race, but I don't give a fuck. Bring a young black boy, I'm gonna lock him in this mental jail. That's where the hatred comes in. Like I don't give a fuck if I'm ripping this kid away from his family, if I'm taking him from his mom, his dad, his circle, bring him out here in the woods, and then to chain him mentally. He's watching me from the inside, living his life. You know how much you have to hate a race, a person, to put them in a jail that they can't die from. But any,
yeah,
but yeah, let's.
I don't remember enough of Get Out to really
I understand. It's
say
fine,
anything, but
bro.
I feel like
That's all good. That's all good.
yeah, but I feel like the movie there wasn't a an undertone of hate though. I feel like it was an undertone of envy, right?
Right, Christian. Envy, that's yes, envy and jealousy, I understand. Yes, but at the same time, do you know how
'Cause-
brutal that is? That do you know how inhumane that is to lock someone in a mental jail? Kill me and take my body, but let
Ye-
me watch from the inside. of you living my life and I'm screaming I can't ever get out. But
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we're listen, man. We're going into a whole different movie. Let's bring this back to Tyrone,
Well,
bro. We're here for Tyrone.
well, yeah, just the reason I brought it up is because you said that. Can you imagine how much you'd have to hate a race? But I don't. Yeah, I don't think it was hate. I just think
Oh,
it's
you don't think
empathy.
that's race? You don't think that's hate to steal someone's life,
I
steal
think
their body,
it's.
but leave them alive while that's happening?
I think it's twisted, but I don't think it's hate. I think it's like a very self-serving, twisted envy. But that's not the same thing as hating.
Hmm. Again, bro, this shit is so subjective, so that's true. But at the same time, man, yeah, I see where you're coming from. As usual, this is why we're
Yeah.
partners in this freaking new podcast shit. We've only been doing this for 4 weeks, but yeah, so yeah, it is what it is, man. I understand. So yeah, of
And you'd
course,
have to
again,
watch the movie to really know what we're talking about. Well, yeah. All right. Sorry, I don't want to. Okay, go ahead.
there's not one
Yeah.
black person that have not seen Get Out, but this is
Well, it's not just black
honestly,
people.
that's yeah. Let's just cut that out. All this black shit. Let me just be neutral. I'm not. Listen, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to get you canceled, Christian. You have not said anything blatant. Just
No, no, no,
let's
no.
let's let's keep it where it's at. So yeah, man. It's of course. And Fontaine's asking questions, bro. Like, bro, like, why are we here? Who the fuck are you? Jamie Foxx, Slick Charles, take a little bite, a little bit of the freaking powder that he
That
sees.
was that was. See, at this moment, I was like, all right, I gotta remember that this is just a satire. This is supposed to be the comedic moment, but that was pretty stupid. You just take like a bite of a random ass chemical
Well,
on the
Christian, you're
counter.
not,
Like,
you're not hooked. You're not addicted to drugs, so you don't understand how someone that constantly take drugs, see free drugs, and just run to taste it. They're
I don't know
literally,
about that. I mean, because
you really don't know about that. That's true. You can't
no,
relate to that.
no, no. But the thing is, like, yeah, if you were somebody who at every moment of every day you were just thinking about when you're gonna get your next hit, sure. But I mean, these they weren't that far gone. Like
Honestly,
a
that's a
little
good
common
point.
sense here. Like
That's a good point,
they'll
bro.
just ingest random ass
That is true.
powders. Like
That's a good
no,
point. Nah, bro, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's a good point. Again, that's very non-black. We don't. We're very skeptical people, bro. It's like, what is that shit? But yeah, it's no, that's a good point. I agree. I agree. And of course, homeboy's been laughing ever since he had a whiff of that. Literally took a chunk. So yeah, of course,
just giggling.
with all the giggles and Yo-Yo made some sudden noise. She dropped a flask or something because it was a lab, and he accidentally shot the guy. And then
Crazy.
they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta get out of there." As they're getting out of here, Fontaine is frozen. Why is he frozen? He is looking at his corpse. Oh shit, damn!
Well, looking at his body. Right.
Looking at
Oh
his
no 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 no
body.
no! You're right. You're right. It was a corpse on the counter. Right.
Of
Yeah.
course, bro. Of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And great. So they're like, "Shit, let's just run out of there," because I think yeah, because they shot the guy. I don't think it was an alarm this time. It's just because the guy shot. So Yo-Yo take him to the house, grandma's house, to go hide out for a little while. There's a lot of medals. There's a lot of books. Now I know you love books, so do you want to
Yes,
just
sir.
take this part away for what we saw in that small room to be like, all right, I guess we understand who Yo-Yo is as a person, which is pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the name of the story. I think it was like Jane. That might have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
the name of the character.
Some I guess some mysterious, not mysterious, someone who's into solving things
Mysteries,
and mysteries. Yes.
solving mysteries, right?
Yeah.
And I guess we're it's safe to assume that that was Yo-Yo's bedroom, right? It seemed
It's
like
true.
her childhood bedroom, maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's like the aftermath of what they just saw. They're questioning, like, wait, that really happened, right? Yeah, that did
Correct.
just happen.
hmm
And
And
basically,
she's like
Yo-Yo,
reasoning. Yeah.
yeah, like she's trying to calm him down, tell him
Correct.
that this is like, uh, she was comparing it to like sex positions, like
It's like,
what we
yeah, there's some
saw,
weird,
it's gonna end up
yeah, there's
being
some
just
weird
some
missionary vanilla.
missionary vanilla stuff. Yeah. And then tomorrow we'll go and confirm that it is missionary vanilla stuff.
Which is
So
true, actually. I like that approach. It all reminded me of like Marlene and Joel. Like Marlene's like, come down, we're gonna get the battery. Come down, we're gonna get the battery. Just we're gonna find him. We're gonna go find Tommy. Relax. Because Fontaine's like, that was not me. That was not me. I gotta go back. She's like, dude, if you go back, like we're screwed, man. Of course, they might have people out here looking for us. So the best thing to do is just lay low for the night. Let's just chill here. Tomorrow morning, we'll go reinspect that shit. But for now, we need to crash here,
yeah,
which makes
that's
perfect sense.
I was gonna bring this up later. I'll bring it up a little bit now. The lack
Yeah.
of security and like just overall protective measures that the people in this underground organization have, it's so bad. like, like you have no guards, you just have a single person in a bunker. I don't know. It's just
Um.
they do not have good security measures that we'll consistently see throughout the rest of the movie. Because like when something like this happens, a gunshot goes off, no alarms blare, no one is like monitoring anything on the security camera. They're just able to escape scot free. Like it's a little convenient, but
Yeah. No, this the
yeah.
security measure. To me, like it's hidden in plain sight. Well, it's not plain sight. To me, the road to get there is so like singular. Like you need a key card. You need to hit a certain button. You need to open a certain door. I can see why that can be left unguarded. Because what is the likelihood of someone getting that? It's infinitesimal. Like I don't think no one would ever get there. Which is why I think it's like it's left out to not heavily guarded, because heavily guard there's a level of scrutiny that brings, like, why are there armed men there? Like, why is there always 2 to 3 guys in front of that house? What is there? Like something hidden in plain sight can be hidden for like years, like these treasure movies with
Mhm.
Nicolas Cage, like National Treasure, like how he find the map and press some button to get to some other button.
But wait a minute. The first time that they saw the elevator, they didn't need a key card.
They didn't. It was in the house. They were in the house. They were looking at everything. I think they opened the door.
Yeah. So
But at the same time, you'd never break into someone's house. No, but I hear you, dude. Your point is valid, AF. That's perfectly true. An organization conveying a survey that's so like important, like that
yeah.
they've invested so much time and so much resource, bro. They have an R&D department. Like, there's money being dumped into this, bro. It's
Yeah.
like these have a research and development department. It's just like, how can we reinforce the methods we're using to do what the thing that we're doing, which we're gonna get to. But yeah, some crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So yeah, your point is valid. Like, you should definitely have a higher level of security. It's actually
Yeah.
it's valid. No, it makes sense. It makes
But
sense.
yeah,
So
but
yeah,
yeah, like once they started sleeping for the night, I thought it was pretty hilarious how Yo-Yo didn't she gave Fontaine her bed. It's like
really?
damn.
I
Yeah,
didn't
she
pick up
was
on
on the
that.
floor. She was
Oh
sleeping
wow,
on the floor, and so was
Jamie. Yeah,
Charles.
Slick Charles. Yeah, uh huh. That's
It's like it's your bed. Why did you give it to him?
Mm.
Uh,
Oh no no no! I
but
think sympathy. I think sympathy, bro. Listen, if I'm your boy Christian, I just saw yourself die. I think I'd give you my bed to sleep for the night.
and that's the thing, though, right? Like, are they that tight? Like, why are they so? She's so like
Right?
I don't know, man. In the
No, that's
beginning,
true. No, that's true.
I,
That's a good point. That's a good point. No, dude, if it's valid, I'm gonna refrain from even trying to combat it. That's true. That's true. Like,
yeah, the way that they're
bitch, it's
acting,
my bed.
you
It's my bed. Like, I know you just saw your freaking self, but you're sleeping on the floor. Like, I need that like therapeutic, tempurpeutic mattress. It's just-
you would think they were childhood friends at this point.
that
The way
is
that
true.
they're ride or die for each other, it's crazy.
That's that's a good point. That's a good point. Fuck, nah, I hate when you're right. But if you're right, you're right. That's true. That's true, man. That's true. No, you're absolutely correct. That is true. So yeah, next morning they get up. Fontaine's not there. Why is Fontaine not there? Because Fontaine and his guys like, just go back to the house.
All
And
loud and
homeboys,
noisy.
of course, and homeboy said something, bro. You probably need some water. He's like, when I'm low, I drink some water and I'm good. Remember what Frog said in the beginning? There's something in the water, young blood. It's just, I don't
Hmm.
know if that's put there for a reason. It is. If it's not, it is what it is. Yeah, he's
Well,
like, oh, a
I
doctor told
do
me. Yeah, you do it. Go
I
ahead.
do I do like drinking some water when I'm low on energy, so I don't know. That might
Okay,
just
if I'm
be
stretching it, if I am, it's a stretch. But it just why would he say
no,
and why
it
would that guy
fits.
say? And he
It
emphasizes
fits.
strongly. He's like, yeah, a doctor told me we're 82% water. Like, yeah, you just need some water. Like when I'm low, I get some water. Come on,
I
bro,
thought
let's
that
go
was
just
just,
get drink some water.
I thought that was just like a stupid like little comedy moment. It's like he's being overly expressive over something
Of
that is
water.
pretty
Yeah, right.
trivial.
It's like, uh, but yeah, of course, homeboy goes back to Yo-Yo's grandma's house. I went there, no, but nothing's there. Jamie Foxx like, bro, a pimp's blood sugar is going down, bro. Like, I need substance.
Substance.
I need substance. Yeah, bro. Let's go to the fried chicken place. As
Hmm.
they're eating, everyone started laughing. Everyone started laughing. Jamie Foxx
I
snaps out. How does Jamie
oh
Foxx snap out of that? Now, my theory, hear me out, is this because he's had this beforehand? It's already in his system to discern that something is wrong? Because he tasted that powder the night before. Like, how does he snap
mm,
out of that laughter? To be like, whoa, why is everyone laughing? Stop eating this chicken.
honestly like yeah this is another one of these areas in the movie that because this happens again at I'm gonna jump forward a little bit at the strip
Go
club.
over it. Yes, the strip
Yeah,
club.
it's
How does
like
Yo-Yo not get influence? I
that
have a
doesn't
theory
make
for that too
sense.
when we get there.
Oh, you do have a theory. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, for that maybe that's why because he's been exposed to this before, so therefore he's not impervious to it, but it's been in his system long enough for like Ellie, bro. I keep going back to The Last of Us. Like, oh, wait, that's a spoiler. So let's all right. That's you. Do you get where I was gonna go with? I said he's been in his
Yeah.
system for so long, and I said like Ellie, but okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and of course Fontaine's like, oh, I can find out, and they're like, whoa, chill, chill, chill. Yo-Yo's like, let me do my thing. Notice again.
Wait, wait.
Yes.
Before you
Okay.
continue your thought, I love so much when shows do that. How they have something sinister happening in in the background and it's like blurry. Because when I was it's one of the this moment. Well, the moment when Fontaine was in the car and he was like they had that prolonged period of silence. That was a moment where I felt the tension. Another moment where I felt it was this scene in the fast food place because it's
Hmm.
like I kind of at before they were drawing your attention to the fact that people were laughing. Like I saw everybody laugh in the background very aggressively, and
Yeah.
that really unsettled me a little bit to see that because it was very the timing of it was very great with how
Yeah.
Fontaine, this guy who's very stoic and hard boiled, he just suddenly starts laughing, and then everyone else in the background starts like aggressively laughing as well.
Yeah.
That was unsettling to me, and I really liked the fact that it was unsettling because it was subtle,
Oh.
and they didn't just put it in your face right away. And I really like that because they did that in to bring it back to the Last of Us. Remember, spoiler. If anyone hasn't seen it, maybe skip forward like a minute or two. But
And if you have, I'm gonna
when
cut you, Christian, real quick, respectfully. And if you have, check out our freaking breakdown of all 9 episodes. But go ahead, bro.
yes, yes, please do that. And yeah, so like in the second to last, no, the last episode when Ellie and Joel were walking and they were like giving puns to each other, and then you just see in the blurred background someone toss a frag grenade or like a stun grenade or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It was that same effect, and I gushed about it over there, and I'm gushing about it here too. I love when stories do
Mm.
that.
Mm.
Love, love, love,
Yeah.
love, love, love.
No, yeah, I know you're into this kind of shit, but that's true. That's true. That's
Camera
not shit.
tricks.
That's yes, camera tricks are fire. Bro, Promise Neverland, the house, Jesus. how they're showing you the mom walk through the freaking. All right, yeah, camera
Oh,
tricks are
don't even
dope,
get me started on those camera
bro,
angles.
bro.
Holy shit.
Joel, when Joel walks in the museum, how the camera's episode 2 of The Last of Us, how the camera's going up the stairs with Joel, bro. All right. But we're back. So yeah, Yo was like, let me do my thing. Notice the manager. Manager's white with an afro. Put another pin on that. We're gonna get back to that. So far we've seen two white dudes with an afro. The guy upstairs at the secret elevator place thing lab, and the guy that working at the fried chicken place, the manager. So yeah, Yo does her thing. Of course, I mean seriously, dude, she's a very attractive woman, and like homeboy's like, yes. Like he was
Yeah.
willing to risk everything, bro. He's, he's like, I'm not supposed to do this, but I will do it. My boy said I'm
Yo,
risking it all.
she mentioned giving him a Shalimar.
Do you know what that
Uh,
is?
yeah, I was curious, so I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And Shalimar, apparently that's a reference to an R&B group from the 70s and the 80s.
Okay.
And one of their biggest hit songs was called A Night to Remember. So
Ah,
by Yo-Yo being like, I'll give you a Shalimar, it's like, I
bro.
guess some if you know, you know kind of
Mm,
uh,
wow.
line that's like, I'll give you a night to remember. A little, I guess
But it
that
was
was a
it was
very
daytime.
inside.
But still,
Yeah,
that's
and it was
nice, man. I didn't do it. The homework. Huh.
no, yeah, it was
Honestly,
a
bro,
very
I don't.
convoluted thing, but
Yeah. Hey, he got it. He got the reference. He's like, "Are you sure?" But, huh? When I heard Shalimar, I'm not even like I'm not on some dirty mind shit. Like I thought that sounds foreign. I thought like Kama Sutra. I'm like, is that a position or just I don't that's really what a word took me. But I didn't dig into it. I was like, that's probably some like salacious shit that they're about to get into. But I don't know. But that's good that it was much cleaner with just a hint of I
well,
don't know.
I wouldn't exactly call that clean, but
Yeah, that was not clean at all. But
that was
hey,
pretty
dude, a
good.
night to remember can be interpreted in so many ways. What if the dude just
Eh,
likes to play Fortnite at night? What the? I'll play
sure.
FIFA with you. We'll
You
go eat
know,
chicken together.
you know what? They Clone Tyrone is a very wholesome movie. I could totally see
Mm.
that. I'm kidding. It's not wholesome. It's not wholesome at all. It's really not.
All right, we're getting to this shit, bro. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. So of course, as homeboy's getting the ingredients, the food that she sent him to get for the Shalimar, she accidentally activated a recording device
Pretty
that
conveniently.
right? And I like how as it's speaking, we the viewers, dude, I'm taking notes. I'm like, this is some crazy shit. Like you telling me like, oh, this is very an experiment. Like this is timed. After 44 seconds, like the subjects start laughing. 25% of them are experiencing side effects, and some of them are sporadic muscle contractions. I'm like,
And not just laughing, also extreme agreeability. So extreme
yeah,
laughing and extreme agreeability.
right. So I'm like, but she's just looking for stuff. It's from what I saw. I don't think she heard any of it. And then she was looking, and then when she saw the cameras, they're watching us. It's in the club. It's in the bodega. It's there. It's here. And the guy
How'd
come back.
she how'd she know how to work those cameras
They
in a
weren't there
split
before.
second?
She typed something.
Yeah,
Like the cameras weren't there.
she pressed the right button at the right time to see just the right screen. Mm,
Listen, man, it's Providence. Providence wanted her to get there. Oh, Providence. That's a poem. Neil Hilborn, Carver. Sick.
never heard
Recommend
of
it.
it.
I know you never heard of it, but we've discussed it at length actually, but not on this podcast.
What? Or are you
I
trying to out
have.
me like this?
I know,
I don't
right?
remember
It's
this.
just it's a hard life. Anyway, after this, we'll listen to Carver. It's all good. But yeah, Providence. It's you mentioned. No, I'm talking to you, Christian, not anyone that's listening to this. Like, but you, please listen to Carver. You would like Carver. But anyway,
Sure I
Providence
will.
wanted me to do it, is what Neil said. I'm not gonna get into Carver. Let's stay on Tyrone, bro. This is for us. This is for us. Uh, yeah. So of course, Yo-Yo find out they're being watched, and she said, "Guys, we gotta get out of here." As you're getting out, there's a long ass line to get to the restaurant because, of course, the chicken is bomb. This reminded me of when the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich first got out. Shit was like getting sold out everywhere. There was lines. I think someone died over it. I think two people
Oh my
fought over
god.
a spicy chicken sandwich. Yeah,
Oh my
I think.
god.
Don't quote me on that, but I think, yeah, I think I just heard the rumor.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
That's
and
ridiculous.
of course, and then they got out and they saw a van come in. They're like, these must be the guys that are coming in to give him more of that ingredient. Let's follow the van. They're following the van. They cut to the car. She's doing crossword puzzles, bro. Just there's just a bunch of little things with Yo-Yo's character. Like, how are you here? Just on your spare time, you're doing crossword puzzles. Like, okay, I'm stretching this again, of course, right? Like, that requires a level of patience. That requires a level of curiosity. Because these things can get very just like, I can't find that word. But she's just, and from what you're seeing from the page, she's been solving some of them. They show that real quick as they're passing time, as they're trailing behind that van.
Mm.
It's like, I'm like, damn, that's pretty sick. Like, you have a lot of medals in your room. You talk about, you have a lot of books. Like, were there books or DVDs, by the way?
They were books. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure they were books.
you have a lot of mystery books. That's true. We find out. Anyway, okay, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Yeah. So they get to the hair salon. That's where the van goes. The van goes. Like Van Gogh, and there's a freestyle.
You're
Well,
reaching. I hear you reaching.
Jake, no, I think was that J Cole cut my hair off. The Van Gogh. I think this is J Cole's LA Leakers freestyle. I think he said that, but I don't know, bro. All right, going off a tangent, but yeah, the guys they drop off the perm. She's like, oh shit,
Mm.
it's in the perm. There's a lady, bro. There's a lady currently getting her hair done, right,
Right.
at that
Yep.
place, the hair salon.
Yep.
She's literally complaining. She's
Yep.
like, I'm using my own gas money to pay for school supplies. And I'm hearing the
Yep.
board members are going to cut the budget again. And as they're applying the perm, she said, maybe I'm just tripping.
But
Bro,
it's important though. Her eyes flicker before she
yeah,
says that.
yes.
It's a
So
little
we're making
more
you docile. We're
clear.
making you compliant.
Right.
Just like, we don't even want you to question the type of misery and fucked up shit that you're in. Yeah, just maybe I'm just tripping. Just bro.
Mm.
All right, all right, all right. Great. As they're walking out, Isaac come
It's
in.
the agreeability. The
Yes, that's
agreeability.
your agreeability. Because yeah, you need to be compliant, you need to be docile for whatever experiment that's being run here to be successful. Because we can't have rebellions. Like, we can't have rebellious folks. No, we need you to all be in a unilateral mindset of compliance. And top tier, bro. Top freaking tier. All right. So Isaac comes in. That's actually hilarious. Like, like, wait up,
I
Lazarus.
like this face. Wait
Say
up, Lazarus.
Lazarus.
What is that? What does that mean?
Oh, you're not biblical. Okay, so Lazarus was a guy who died that rose back from the dead. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, because homeboy was dead. He came back up. So he's like, come here, Lazarus.
Hmm.
Oh, the standoff for the weapon, but there's no weapon. Uh,
Yeah. Well, no, I think he did have a weapon, but he didn't realize that the barber cloak was covering it, so he had to like move it out of the way and
yeah,
then repeat
but it
the
made
same
it
thing
made
he
the
said.
scene it made the scene
So
hilarious.
he made it pretty goofy. Yeah, that's
Oh
funny.
my goodness, it's hilarious. One thing we forgot to mention while they're doing this, Slick Charles went to investigate in the van. So the van took off. They have to follow Slick Charles. Slick Charles saw a bottle of grape juice, which is like hilarious. I'm like, yo, black people, the stereotype grape juice. I'm like, that's funny. But anyway, they get to a church. They follow them to that church too. Get in the church. It's what is the thing that's going on, right? It's
Well,
communion.
wait, no, they before they get to the church, they didn't know because remember, Black Charles or not Black Charles,
Slick Charles.
Slick Charles, yeah, like he was in the van and then it took off with him still in it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They're
uh,
following the van. Oh no,
yeah,
that's
but
true. You're correct. You
Yeah,
are correct. You're
Yo-Yo and
correct. You're correct.
Fontaine,
I mentioned in the beginning,
yeah,
Frog has been very helpful. That is true. That's
right,
true. So they go
Frog.
back to Frog because Frog has his ear in the street. Frog sees
And
everything.
I wanted to ask you about this because you are
Yes.
biblical
Right.
and Frog. He said that because they narrowed it down to like to go to the church,
Correct.
and Fontaine was like, okay, which church? There's like 11 churches, and then Frog, he said, when you want to get out of Babylon, where else do you go? Now,
Exactly.
the church that they ended up going to was called Mount
Zion.
Zion.
Correct.
What, what connection am I missing there?
So the
Like,
thing is, Babylon is supposed to be like the exact like foil of like Zion, Mount Zion. Babylon, right, is like a terrible place, almost like hell, basically troubles. And when you get out, escape that. Zion's seen as like this utopia, like this better place, this paradise, pretty
mm,
much. So yeah, it's like it's a complete like opposite of that. So if you want to get out of hell, you go to heaven. If
I
that's
see.
the yeah, as in when you want to get out of Babylon, like you go to Mount Zion. Yes, but who solved both of these things? Yo-yo. The first thing to get answers. Where do you get answers? She said the church. She saw both of these. Like, get answers, church, Babylon, Mount Zion. So you're correct. Yeah,
Mm.
Frog is the one that helped.
How does Frog
Um,
know all this stuff, man?
how does Frog, dude? Frog is an
What's
insightful
up with Frog?
character. What is up with Frog? These are the people you underestimate the most. Like John Wick, bro. Last tangent. I can't promise anything. John Wick, more Lawrence Fishburne's character in John Wick. The reason he's so connected is because you have a lot of posing as homeless people on the street that get him all the news that he want to hear, bro. Like the high tables come to look for me. I know there's a bounty on John Wick's head. Well, they all have the phone that give the bounty, that get the notification from the bounty. But anything you want to know, he finds out because the homeless people that are posing as homeless on the street, like they got their eyes and their ears on the street, which basically you see Frog is always on the street. So
Mm.
yeah, nothing happened that he doesn't see. The same as the other prostitute. What's her name? The one that I ain't seen nothing. As in, if you pay me, I might have seen it. like she helped twice. She helped Fontaine know where Slick Charles was in the beginning, and she's going to help again. And yet,
Hmm.
bro, are you timing us again, bro? It's this
Yes,
alarm.
you've spoken too long, Pierre. It's my turn. Give me
It's
the
my
floor.
turn. Give me the floor.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Nah, listen, man, we share the floor, rich gang. So yeah, and again, the church. Something's really weird here. The grape juice is done. They've already drunk it. Communion. I'm assuming like first Sunday, where like you commemorate the body of Jesus Christ. Like you eat the bread, break bread, and drink the wine. But for this, the grape juice, everyone is
Mm.
just like turning up. The pastor mentioned something so
Yes.
specific. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Oh
say.
no, I was gonna touch on that too. Because yeah, the things he was saying, it was basically it it's an extension of the side effect of the powder, which was
Mhm.
again, it was extreme laughter and agreeability. And what he was saying is just like, even if you have bills to pay, even if you have
Yeah,
like your son or whoever,
cousin was shot, killed. Yeah,
yeah, it's like just trust
agreeability.
in his plan. Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
I thought it was really cool because I personally don't have much experience with um what would you call these, like sermons or uh not, maybe not
Um,
sermons.
yeah, no, actually, because sermons are, it's not theatrical, but yeah, it's a, I guess it's a way you will find. It's a way like you can differentiate from like well, I've not really gone to like white churches. I'm not as in as among like us like black folks. Yes, we do tend to be a bit like more like theatrical, which is good. Like people come to church, you see like the ladies in their top hats, everyone's standing up, everyone's like dancing, like the Holy Spirit is like yeah, it's not uncommon, basically what you saw.
Right. And I thought it was especially layered, that scene, because it sounds like something that you could hear in one of like these very celebratory moments in a church. But given the context that we know about the powder, it adds another layer to what's actually being said. I thought that was
But yeah,
mhm.
no, but for
Yeah,
this case, it's
no,
just the juice, it's a grape juice.
Yeah, it's the grape juice, but just it's the way he delivered the
Bad
indoctrination at the
news. That's
church.
true. Yeah, yeah. Because this was
It
all
was
some crazy shit. This was all like negativity, but being announced in such a positive way.
right.
It's like,
Yeah.
if you got bills to pay, if you knew somebody who died there, and everyone's like, yeah. And Jamie Foxx like, I
Yeah.
don't remember church being like this.
Yeah, and did you hear what what's her name? Yo-Yo, what she said about how he gives Jim Jones a run for his money?
Mm,
Do you know who Jim Jones
mm.
is or
The
Jim
cult, the cult
Jones?
leader is that Guyana. The is wait, is that Jamestown, or am I getting this
Yeah,
wrong?
Janestown. Yeah, the people who like he convinced the town to commit mass
Yes,
suicide. Dude,
yes,
have you
yes.
there's a video on YouTube. I don't recommend anybody to go and listen to this because it's like there's I guess it's like life before you listen to the video and life after you listen to the video. It leaves an incredibly strong impression on you because it's like a recording of the day that the town was committing mass suicide. So you hear,
I've seen, I've heard that. Yeah,
you've heard it, yeah.
I've
So
listened to
like
it.
the whole thing
Um, Actually, in class, that's so weird. I don't know
in
how was that.
class. What,
How did that
what kind
manage?
of
No, no,
class?
not.
What?
Yeah, yeah. It's I think in high school too. Actually,
What?
either high school or college. It wasn't some cynical shit. We weren't getting off on the thing. It was there was there was a reason why it
No,
happened. I
but I
understand.
mean, but
It is gruesome. That's true. Yeah, it was psychology. It was a psychology class. Yes, yes.
wow,
Because that's what this
wow.
guy did. That's what, dude. Do you know how deep you have to get in someone's head to convince them to move across, leave their country, go leave in a town, like block themselves from civilization. Like they refrain from making calls. Like he tell people drink. Some people drink. Some fought. That's true. Some did not want to drink it. But the majority, like mothers, freaking push that thing in inside of their kid's throat. Like no,
And you
you
can
got to do
hear
it.
them in the video. You can hear the kids too,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Like
desperate cries from
that's
oh,
psychology. Yeah. No,
that
it's
must have been a
insane,
very
bro.
intense psychology class.
Um, I don't know if that was at. I don't know if that was Mercer or Rutgers. I don't know, but I don't know actually.
Oh, if it was a collegiate level, then maybe that's a. I mean, even then, it's
Yeah, it
still
was in
crazy.
college.
But
I
oh,
can't
I thought you
remember.
said high school.
Oh, I did say high school. No, I take that back. No, I don't think it was high school. Yeah, that would have been too much. I remember being much older. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
that's a crazy video.
No, it's some crazy shit, man. Just the mind is a powerful thing, bro. These people are cordyceps. All right, bro. I gotta stop these Last of Us references. Bro, they just bend you to their will, man. No, but that's crazy. That is some crazy shit, man. Yeah. In the church, right? That's true, that reference, because he does come off as that. If you first see this, you're like, oh, this pastor really got his whole congregation on the hook. But nah, bro, everyone's brainwashed.
It's crazy how many shot glasses there were
Yeah,
of grape juice. I was like,
yeah,
damn.
yeah. No,
Why was
everyone
there
take
so
one.
many? Yeah, like
Everyone take one.
why was this a thing?
No, that's how it's done.
Usually,
That's how it's done. For
really,
some churches do it first Sunday. Most churches do it first Sunday. Yeah, where they commemorate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, as in they
with grape
partake
juice.
in. Yeah, no, the grape juice is the not actual wine. Yeah, most of them do it with grape juice.
Okay, so like a substitute for wine.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay, that makes sense.
I right. So and then of course I think you might have an issue with this. Like I too was like, that's a bit too like in your face. He's like, I'm looking for something, and he sees the statue of God of Jesus pointing. He's like, oh, this okay. This might be a good place to insert the key card that we found.
Pretty
Yeah,
convenient. Yep, yet again.
yeah. That I see. If you have some doubt there, yeah, I too be like, bro, it's But I understand. Sure. Like I told you beforehand, that's not why I watched this movie. There's more deeper shit that I saw happening to be like dissecting the plot to an extent and critiquing. Was it because I told you this too? I told you another thing too. Yeah, this is written on a perspective of not like these people are not dumb, but at the same time, it's not. It's a drug dealer and a pimp. and a prostitute trying to retire. So therefore, I could see how the movie's written in a way that's not too. The message it's trying to convey is yes, that is true, but the thing these people do and how they get into places, I can see how it can be not up there as some other movies where it's like, oh, that actually makes sense or some shit.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if this might be a movie where the message that they wanted to convey came first and foremost, and then the storytelling came after. I don't know.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
I tend to really resonate and respect the stories that reverse it. It's like the storytelling is first and foremost. That takes
Me too.
precedence over everything, and
Of
then the
course.
message can come after. I
Yeah.
like those the most, but it's whatever. It doesn't really matter that much now.
This thing doesn't really matter so much now. No, dude, me too, dude. Come on, dude. We freaking, dude. The Last of Us, Vinland Saga, and every other movie we've discussed at length. Like it's yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Details and storytelling. That yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
I I agree. Of course, that happened to take them to an underground base, like literally the heart of where this thing is, and then they saw the map. The map.
Mm,
Put a pin on that too. That tells them where other locations are and what's beneath them. Um, there was a cloning department. I think they saw. There was R&D. There was shipping. Yeah, there was a bunch of things that different locations on that map. Like I said, put a pin on that map. That's great. So of course, as I get down there, it's like, oh shit, they're actually experimenting on black people. Like there's like someone that's in a corner. There's a girl that her eyes is forced to be opened up and she's watching something that says like I am beautiful, I am beautiful. But it's a white lady saying I am beautiful. Maybe I have to go
mm.
back. Yeah, like just this will tie in to we're gonna get to the end of this. Yeah. But anyway, and then you still see the music. They make two black guys are fighting over the music that's playing, and they play another type of music, and they're crying and hugging each other out. It's great. And they're like, oh shit, they're experimenting on people here, man. It's like damn, and it's we gotta get out of there. Like, no, I want to dig in deeper and find out. Like, okay, we dig in deeper, and then if they get into the cloning room. Now, as they get to the cloning room, they're looking and looking and looking. They're like, holy shit, it's not the whole Glen. They just have specific people over and over. In Fontaine, find his Fontaine, and no, Fontaine find several. No, he found just one. Yes, and then did he find just one or several in that first scene? I know Charles found just one, and he got stuck looking at that one reflection version of him. I don't know if Fontaine saw one, two, and three of himself. Like I don't remember.
Yeah. Fontaine saw several.
Okay, okay. And then yeah, he got to the last one. He started shooting, which of course raised the alarm. And then we got to finally get out of there. And they get out of there. They make it in the strip club.
Which yeah,
I don't
yeah,
understand that
yeah.
transition. Um,
Oh man, yeah, that might have been the most egregious one.
um,
Transition.
but wait. What if the strip club is one of the port? I don't know. I don't know, bro. That I don't know. That if you yeah. That if but like I told you, yes. Any other movie, I'd be looking at it for these kind of things and heavily just, just drill them, not drill them. Dude, I'm out here acting like I'm some fucking professional movie critic. Dude, this is all subjective. This is my opinion. Any other movie, I'd be like, yeah, but I can see how. Yes, I can see how. That's I completely understand, Christian. But yeah,
Yeah.
they get to the strip club, and then this guy's fully white actually. So this might actually be that spoiler alert. But anyway, they get to the strip club. The DJ gets from his comms like, "Hey, three bogeys are coming in hot. Intercept and subdue." He's like, "All right, cool. Um, turn the music loud. Everyone is under the charm except for Yo-Yo." Now, there's my
And
theory.
Fontaine.
Fontaine was not under the influence of that music.
No, not like Charles.
Huh. Interesting.
Also,
Okay.
the DJ, he had I think he had like a mini afro.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Okay.
was a
Then
little
that's
hard
good.
to see.
That it was. It was okay. If it was mini afro, then yes. Let's pen on that too. Hmm. Okay. I guess yeah. Yeah. So right, Yo-Yo was not didn't fall for it. So my thing is, Yo-Yo hasn't been cloned. That's my theory. Of course, this is subjective, can't be proven. Um,
Hmm.
is it because Yo-Yo have not been cloned? Yo-Yo have avoided all the other things. Not really. She did eat the chicken. Like why is Yo-Yo not? I guess it's just come down to like my answer. Maybe because she hasn't been cloned. It's because I don't know. Yeah, but that would mean that
Well,
everyone else in that disco has been cloned, or I've been
right.
listening to music for so long that it has gotten in her system. Yeah, why not her? Yeah, that's one thing. I was like, how was she able to fight this?
Yeah, this whole crowd scene, I do have a certain issue with it later on, which I told you off the podcast already. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the way this was done, I don't know, it was a little shaky. The logic of the world at this moment in time was a little bit iffy to me. But yeah, I'll talk about it more later on why I think that.
Yeah, no, I can see it because I too was like, I don't know, but of course, yeah, she managed to push Charles out. They get in the car, and then the DJ, just from I guess the song, the instructions, tell everyone to just intercept and subdue. Basically, stop the car, and they all gang up on the car. The car shut down. I think. Yeah, yeah, not shut down. Something was off, I don't know, an engine issue or whatever it was, and everyone
Hmm.
freezes. Everyone freezes. They get out of the car. Number to get out of the car. Another car comes in. Bro, this man said, "We're doing researches for the greater good," and and they're like, what do you mean for the greater good? Like, why are you in the hood, bro? Like, what are you talking about? You're just cloning us. Like, this is some kind of freaking experiment bullshit. And this man said America was an experiment. Like half-baked ideologues living in mansions built by slaves. When they checked out, they left us with a bill. A country constantly at war with itself. There's no common ground. But if we're all on the same page, then we're not ripping off each other's head. There's no common ground. We need to find the common ground. That way we can all be on the same page. So we're not ripping off each other's head. Let's put a pen on that too. But when you first heard that, what did you think, by the way? When you said that?
When he said the whole like we incurred their debt thing,
We incurred her death. What do you mean?
incurred their debt, like the which part are you asking me about?
When he mentioned the whole history of America, how this is a country that's at war, and when these people left that had mansions built by slaves, they left us with the bill. The country was divided, and we're just trying to unite it. We're just trying to make the country united.
Uh, I mean, I guess when he, because when I was watching the movie, I didn't really, I didn't have enough information to really put things into perspective with what he was saying. Because
Me
I
too.
just figured he was like regurgitating history to, I don't know, frame what they're doing in
Honestly,
the right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really have specific thoughts on it. I just kind of took it in that he was having like a villain monologue right now.
So the thing is, when I heard that, yeah, I was like, "What are you talking about? United? You're trying to keep these people in the hood." Because I didn't see the end of this. I'm gradually getting through this movie as I was watching it. I didn't see the end yet. I'm like, keeping them united. You're keeping drug dealers and pimps, like the freaking. I'm like, no, dude, it's not united. You're basically promoting idiocracy and violence. I'm like, this is because you're keeping these people like hooked on drugs, and you're constantly bringing back bad people. How is this uniting the country? You're just creating. more commotion within our race. That's what I thought. But of course, the ending is going to clear all this up. But yeah.
Mm,
Um. Anyway, yeah. So Jamie Foxx's character's like Charles, like, but you're just cloning like pimps and drug dealers, though. Like it's like, and the guy said we all have a part to play. Even then, I'm like, I don't get it yet. So many things have been said or cleared up in the end of this movie, and
some yeah. Some
yeah,
things
sure,
need
that
a
is
little
true.
bit more clarity, but yeah.
That is true. That is true. Yes, and he's like, yeah. Then why are you doing this? Yeah, go. You want to say something?
No, they never really, because we only ever saw Fontaine and Charles in the pods. Because I'm imagining, right, like they're in these pods, since they're not cloning everybody, they're cloning key figures in that little uh, area that they're experimenting on. So, I mean, I don't know. It feels like we're led to believe that Charles and Fontaine are like the main ones being cloned.
Yeah,
Because whenever another person goes missing, right, like the wanted posters, it's like that means that
that
they're not
person's
being
actually missing.
recloned. Yeah, they're actually
Yeah,
gone.
that's
So
true. That's true.
yeah,
Mm.
that
No, but at the
never
same time, it's not
clarified.
just Fontaine. They saw a bunch of people. They saw a bunch of black faces in those cloning pods, but they saw a lot of Fontaines. We saw one Slick Charles, but that's
Mm,
true. As in, there are other drug dealers. There's probably an Isaac there too, because Isaac is another like drug dealer. Um, yeah, there's probably
right.
other pimps there too. Hmm, that's a good point. That's a good point actually. Yeah,
Mm,
and he says if I pull you all off the streets, there'll be 3 Starbucks here by Tuesday. Gentrification. I was like, oh, when he said that, I'm like, yo, that's so dope. I'm like, that's so cool. Anyway, he's like, we use you to keep this place, well, undisturbed. Which, bro, I don't understand yet. But when you get to the end of the movie, man, I'm like, that whole conversation, like this guy's answers to all the questions got cleared up to me, like at the end, which where we're gonna get to the end of the movie. Um,
hmm
so of course, and Yo-Yo was like, "Well, we can just kill you right now." And my boy say Olympia Black, and Fontaine literally got controlled. Another
Olympia
thing
Black.
too. Yeah, I
I
know we talk off air about that.
no, I
We're
just
gonna
no. Like aside from that, I don't get what Olympia Black means. Like, what
honestly,
is
I
that?
too. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
should have done our homework on that. I don't know
no.
actually.
I don't know if that's a matter of doing homework. Because just they never explained it
Honestly, that's a
in
good
the
point.
movie.
It might have just been. It might just be something that they clone Tyrone. It might not. I'm curious. Yeah, after this, I'll look to see if it means something. If not, then it's just a code for to activate from Fontaine, I guess. Yeah,
Mm,
and yeah, it's like before that they gave him two options. The guy, he's like either get Chester here to kill you all, or number two, we act like nothing ever happened and go back with our lives. And Yo-Yo's like, "What's up?"
no, no. Yeah, I feel like all right. I feel like I'm being too hard on this movie.
Oh no, you're about to get chewed by the black community. This is not,
No,
that's a
this.
joke. That's a joke, bro. This dude, there's like two people listening to us, bro. Just I'm one of them. But nah, that's a joke. But yeah, it's I mean, hey, dude, it's like, hey, you get killed by Chester or act like nothing ever happened, bro. It's
So, like,
do you want
why?
to get killed by Chester, Christian? I wouldn't want to get killed by Chester. It's
Why all of a sudden you have a heart? Like, like
he
after,
doesn't have a
especially after
Christian. He
the.
doesn't have a heart.
No,
Listen, we all have
listen,
a part to
listen,
play. Oh yeah, go ahead.
listen,
Listen. All
and
right.
remember when Frog saw that guy or that clone of Fontaine walking in the street? He was shot. He was bloody, and then he was screaming. He was wailing like, "No, please don't take me back. I don't want to go back." It's like, why all of a sudden for this specific Fontaine you're giving him alternatives? Like, why not just kill him and replace him with another Fontaine? That's all I'm saying.
All the killings and replacements that happen are not covert. Wait, no, they're not. They're not. There's not a group of people there. When Yo-Yo get picked up, the black girl doesn't even see it. The other prostitute, she just turned. Oh, I saw a car, and she got picked up. When the guy got picked up in the beginning of the movie, that Fontaine saw the bloodied guy. Fontaine's the only person who saw it. So I'm assuming a group of people, although they are controlled because they're all frozen, picking them up in front of a group this large might do some like damage to how covert they're trying to keep this slowly picking people up. That's why there's flyers of people going missing because people get picked up without people noticing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, but that was a very non-covert thing that was happening in general. Like just the fact that a swarm of people were
Right.
chasing them outside. The fact
But
that
these
they
people
were
won't remember. Oh, that's a good point because these people won't remember
exactly,
anything anyway because they're being controlled. Uh,
exactly. And
Christian, you're
even
making
after
a good point. Yeah.
after they broke the spell, you could see a look of confusion on their faces.
Yes. Like how'd I
They
end
had
up
no
here? Like
idea.
that's
Yeah.
true. You could have. That's true. That's true. So
Mm,
yeah, it's like Olympia Black, Fontaine, put the gun in your mouth, point at Yo-Yo. You got no cards to play here, like as it's sunk in yet, bro. Now, so far, dude, as I'm watching this movie, just at this position, when they've just been realized, you got no cards, like the guy just said. I haven't
mm,
finished the movie yet, so I'm still in this stage. Dude, if you look at the roster, look at the lineup. You have a drug dealer, like a drug dealer. You're poisoning your community, like your people. You're poisoning them. You're cognitively impairing them, like worsening their health. Like you get clones. Number two, you have a pimp here. You're doing the same thing, but specifically to women. And these women, unfortunately, they must revert to drugs to cope with like their bodies, like constantly being merchandised. So you're a pimp. You get clones, but you have a retired prostitute. Notice how there's no one else like Yo-Yo. Like this is my personal assumption that they don't need people like Yo-Yo anyway. Like how dare you have aspirations and goals? You're trying to get out of here. You're trying to go make a life for yourself in Memphis. Like nah, we need you drugged 24/7. Like with no intentions of moving forward in your life. Like we need you to keep eating this fried chicken, to keep dancing this dance, to keep putting like this perm in your hair. Like we don't need people that go against the grain. So I thought that was like very nicely done. Dude, these writers like are using like entertainment as a disguise to like convey some deep shit. Like
I
I
do. I do also like how I don't know his name, but the guy who they're trying to make like the villain of the whole thing. Um, I forget his name, but he said a pimp, a hoe, and a drug dealer walk into a bar.
yeah, yeah.
I thought that was pretty because that's like a typical joke setup that almost everybody knows and everybody can recognize. It's like three people walk into a bar, and yeah, it kind of it's an extension of what you're saying about it's like these um, not classes. It's like these types of people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're really focusing on like the worst of them, and that
That's
little
true.
line just sort of sums it up very neatly.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, like you just said, yeah, it's these people were picked like specifically in the casting, not for the people, but for the roles. And how
Right.
like Yo-Yo's character, there's only one. Because this revolution will not work if everyone was had aspirations and had goals. Like no, we don't want you to have that. Like we need you to be in the hood. We need you contained. Like, that's why we need these drug dealers to keep doing their job well. We need these pimps to keep recruiting the women well, so nobody can leave because that's how we can conduct this experiment. We will have you
Mm,
all and Glenn, and she's the anomaly, bro. She's the one freaking independent variable. Just and dude, when I tell
mm.
you, I like the little things about her character, like medals. Like this girl's into things that are mystery. This girl does crossword puzzles. Like she writes a letter and use a Latin word in the. We're gonna get to these sentences, so she's articulate.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
just this. Nah, it's just bro, crazy shit, crazy shit. But anyway, so of course they wake up the next morning. Fontaine's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this shit. I can't win. That's why they put me here. I'm just gonna do what they put me here. And Yo-Yo say there's good people, and he said, what good people? Like the gangbangers, the guys who pay you for sex. Like, bro, oh my goodness.
Mm. I thought she was going to
So,
mention the kid there from the beginning, Junebug.
oh, that's yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because kids are innocent. That is true. Yeah, yeah. I didn't
Well,
see mention that.
he, he wasn't really. You remember in the beginning when he ran over that
When he
guy?
snitched. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
not even the snitching, but just when he ran over the guy, he was like,
How
"Oh,
the
is that
kid
guy
was.
dead?"
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And he went back to drinking. So he's seen some
uh,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's not the best example. Yeah, and of course, Fontaine goes on with his life, his day. They show you his he's passively going through his day because it's kind of messing up with his head anyway. And he goes back into that same bodega. There's a new flyer, missing girl, and the girl in that flyer is the girl that's in that the lab that they have her eyes open with the white lady saying "I'm beautiful." Like that's that girl.
Damn,
There's a
he's
third
you recognize that?
dude. And no, no, any of these little things. I'm like, if it's blurred out, if it's on the corner, like I trust that it's there for a reason. That was like Netflix. Pause. Like zoom in. just
Slow down.
slow
0.25
down.
speed.
Ah. And of course, Fontaine gets back home. He's looking for guidance. Mom, I need to talk to you. Open the door. No mom. Of course, she doesn't have a mom. If you think about it, right? If I need you to be a drug dealer, if I need you to keep poisoning people, something ethically, morally, you know that's wrong that you're doing. If I take out the parent, the angel on your shoulder, the one that's supposed to be there to punish you when you do something bad, give you direction, because I'm gonna go out on the limb here and say most parents will not abide by their son being a drug dealer and living in the same house as them. That's subjective. Someone might say, hey, she live in the hood, she might be partaking in it too. But I'm just saying the fact that they took his parent away from him and left just a recording because we don't want you to have that kind of guidance. Like we don't want you to have people telling you what you're doing is wrong. That's how I took it. That's how I took it. When I saw, I knew the mom was not going to be in there.
Yeah, like this makes me also question like how long has uh Fontaine been a clone? Because at this point in the movie, it's already established that there are some people who are not clones. Tyrone just happens to be a clone. So, but
Tyrone,
Tyrone, or sorry, not Tyrone, Fontaine.
Fontaine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Fontaine already has a reputation with these people who are not being cloned. So that means there was a long period of time before the movie even started where not Tyrone, where Fontaine was just living his day to day life, right? Building this reputation. So within this period of time, which I would assume spans years, months at least, the assumption is that he's never checked in on his mom, right? Like he always just knocks on the door. Like you see where I'm getting at? Like there's a
Yeah.
period
Yeah.
of time that we're not shown that I feel like is crucial context for what's happening there with his mom. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you have any theories on that or any idea
And
on?
I was so caught up on the fact that the mom is not there and me taking it to the point, of course, she's not there because you need a parent for like guidance and direction. But yeah, but what you said makes sense too. Yeah, like it would have gotten to a point where you're solely talking to your mom through a door and it's become
Yeah,
normal. But when did it get to the point where that was normalized? Yeah, because
right,
but at the same time, Christian, we've only seen Fontaine live one day because he died the first night and they brought him back.
right.
What has it been like 3 days? Yeah, no, like after his first death, how many times did he go and check on his mom? When he died, he came back. Your memory's clean. You don't even remember you dying. So he does the same thing, check on his mom. And then later, when he come back to his mom, when he's going through that guilt trip, I'm put here to poison my people. Like he's like, Mom, I need to see you. Yeah, so twice. Okay, twice.
Right.
We see it 3 times, but for him it's twice. Okay,
Right.
okay. Damn, it's a loud motorcycle. But yeah, no, that's a good point. It's very valid. Um, yeah, so he goes to see after finding out that his mom's not real. He goes to see Slick Charles. Slick Charles. He told them, I gave the girls off today. Bro, that's the guilt that they're both feeling. Again, subjective. This is what I
Yo.
think. Yeah, because dude, a pimp's main source of business will only, of course, some of them are smart. Yeah, some of them might have real estate, might have had. I don't know if pimps are still a thing, so they might have
Yeah, yeah,
different,
there's still a
different,
thing.
different. So, oh shit. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, dude, bro, that's so funny. Dude, we just came back from Thailand, so of course he's like, yes, that's the thing. No, not even trying to be like a bad joke, but yeah, if there's a lot of prostitute, they must be reporting to someone. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's.
I
You're
mean,
right.
not even also
Um,
in America too. Like New York. There was
really?
yeah, dude, I okay, I heard this recently. I don't remember I don't know if this is a recent thing, but apparently there was a guy that was going around and kidnapping prostitutes. And then oh man, I hope I don't get this wrong. I think he was doing something horrible to them. Like I'm remembering like dismembering them and then putting pieces of their bodies in different places. I don't remember. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but
Hmm.
and I believe that was in New York. But I know it's someone told me that this was happening somewhere uh, in America at some point in time. This happened, and it wasn't
Wow.
like too far in the past. So, but yeah, I mean, even in all corners of the world, because sex work, it's one of the very
Most
first
lucrative.
professions.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say these guys make a lot of money of like sex trafficking, and even these guys are pimp sex traffickers. But but yeah, because you're selling. Like, that's just
yeah,
crazy shit, man. Fucked up world we live in. Says you gotta have so much money, and most of the time it's not even. Of course, it's like the elites. Yes, truth be told, season three. It's crazy shit, man. I recommend that too, by the way, Christian. Like Apple TV. Dude, I told you I'm watching Hijack right now, bro. Christian,
mm, hijack.
I told you this shit already, man. Like Idris is literally finding strategies to tell the ground that we've been hijacked. Like this man is thinking of things to do on the plane to let people know downstairs that, yeah, some shit's going off, bro. I'm telling you, got to get on hijack, man. Think I'm playing, but it's
Mm,
crazy shit. So yeah, and yeah, he goes, he's like, you see the guilt in his face. Like, I don't know, man. He's reminiscing. Now, did I even win the Pimp Player Ball in 1995? I think he said. Like, they're just spiraling mentally because there's the ugly truth they've just been faced with. Like, we are put here to deteriorate our community. Like, I'm selling drugs to people, I'm pimping out women. It's just, I love the fact that you could see it in their faces because it shows
mm,
humanity still, although you're conscious, which is hilarious, right? Like it's one thing if I choose to do it, like Jamie Foxx's character is slick, you choose to be a pimp. Like Fontaine's character, Fontaine's character, he's Fontaine because I don't know his real name. As Fontaine, you choose to be a drug dealer. Well, I don't know if chosen. You have some choice in almost the shit you do, right? That is where it is. So, but once you find out someone is benefiting from you doing that, then you feel guilt. How hypocritical is that? it's just, it's
mm.
it's that's hilarious. Like I give the girls off. Like damn, mom, I need to talk to your mom. Like I'm just is this why I'm put here to hurt my people? Bitch, you've been hurting your people. You're selling drugs to them. it's just, but
Oh, well, I mean, because Fontaine is at this point like he's like a day old, right? Or like 2 days old. So the path that he remembers walking, that's not necessarily the path that Fontaine actually walked. So
mm,
maybe that sudden burst of morality is like it's understandable because it's like yeah, he remembers a life that he never really lived, but the life he is living, it's like he hasn't actually done the things that he remembers. So
I understand. I
yeah.
understand. No, it's a beautiful answer. That's true. You're correct. And then we see Yo-Yo walking, and she's trying to leak it all to the Washington Post.
I
And
really
of
like
course,
her outfit there. Like
ooh,
that,
that
I
was
really
really dope.
liked how
That's
she,
really dope.
like the way her. Oh man, see, you wouldn't
I,
know this because you don't fucking watch One Piece, but the way that her hat is like tilted down looks so sick. Oh, I
Christian, I've
love
said
that
this
look.
before. I'll say it again in a positive way.
Uh,
Actually, no, I remember I contradicted. I was like, I only watch One Piece if I'm like, I have a
yeah,
lot of
don't
time in
lie
my
to
hand.
me. Don't lie to me.
Dude, you
I
got me to
have
watch
you on
Vinland
record,
Saga.
bro. I have you
Bro,
on record, bro.
we're literally breaking down Vinland Saga. We what? You've had me on freaking Attack on Titan, Promise Neverland, Hunter x Hunter. I finished Hunter x Hunter for you, bro. Dude, come on, man.
Man,
How
and
much more do you want,
episode
Christian? How much more do you
and
want from me?
And if anyone is watching One Piece right now, it's like we're about to be on episode 1071. Like that's gonna come this Saturday. The episode that's coming up is the biggest episode in the entire series. Oh, all right, whatever, whatever, dude, whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. Well, you can't because I wouldn't be able to relate. It's like me giving out power references. Like you don't watch Power, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, man. But yeah, and of course, Homer will get picked up, right? So and then from there, Jamie Foxx's character, they're looking for Yo-Yo. They can't find Yo-Yo. They're like, yeah, we got to go to the girl. I can't remember the girl's name. She's like, yeah, she was picked up in one of those cars with the ballers. It's funny because that
Mm,
makes sense. That's true. So the black SUVs, of course, and Fontaine's like, and Slick Charles like, I got a plan. And then we see Fontaine trying to talk to Isaac.
dude, this plan, man.
This plan is
There's
not
some
bad. Christian, if
there's
you
something
critique this
crazy
plan,
that
I
goes.
will. What
Listen,
is crazy that goes? What's crazy? Go ahead. No, seriously. I've agreed with you for all these other things that you're right, but like, what is wrong with this
all
plan?
right. Oh, yeah. I mean, so part of the plan is for Fontaine to get shot and then just
Correct.
act like a dead body. Like, do you know how
Correct.
painful it is to get shot, bro? I mean, I don't know, but I've read stories, I've seen videos, like to just stand there like a corpse as people like just the slightest air touching that wound is enough to make you wince.
All
So
right,
I
Christian.
don't
All right.
know
All right.
what
It's
kind
justified.
of
You're right. Christian,
ah,
you're ruining this movie for the entire black race. I'm
man, listen, man. I call it as I see it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. No, honestly, dude, if you're right, I will tell you you're right. And if you're wrong, I will literally tell you you're wrong. But
Likewise.
that's a good point. That's a good point, Christian. What is wrong with you, man?
You know,
Okay, that's
you
great. They
know.
carry they carry Fontaine in, and two white guys are talking.
Mm,
It said, so no salt, no pepper, no nothing. It's like, yeah, just boiling the chicken really bring out the flavor, bro. My girl and I were dying. I had to pause this and laugh for like 3 minutes straight.
oh,
That's
you
another
watch this for your
stereotype.
girlfriend?
Yeah. That's like
That's
another
funny.
crazy stereotype, man. It's like like white people are like unseasoned food. Again, stereotype. I don't know. Apparently, white people in the South they cook very seasoned. One of my coworkers, he's from the South. He's like, this shit is fake. It's like I've had some good collard greens and cornbread and seasoned stuff, but but yeah, I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, and of course they go back and show us the plan. How did that come about happening? Though it happened, it's like great. We're gonna go to Isaac, tell him to shoot you, and we're gonna make it seem like one of you is getting head and the other one is actually in the middle of having sex in the car, but have the camera angle. That was pretty cool. Oh my
Mm.
goodness, bro, that girl's an entrepreneur, bro. I'll do it for 10 racks. Like, tell him he's gonna do it for 30 racks. Like, this girl just made 20 racks. It's like, Fontaine's like, what? He shot me for free. It's like, yes.
Oh, is that what she was trying to do? I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
not trying to do, got done. Like Isaac said, yeah, he's gonna have to pay me 10 racks. She tell the girl, tell Fontaine, Isaac said he can do it for 30 racks.
Oh wow.
I like how he's rehearsing. Like, no, that's not good. That's not good. You need he had a Denzel reference. You need a Training Day Book of Eli. I think those are two Denzel movies. Like, do it again, repeat it again. You tell me just some
Mm,
Bill Nye science guy, dude. I love that. I love that they show me what the plan was. I don't know. I thought that was mad cool. Yeah.
mm.
So of
That was
course
awesome. Like
it was.
the way
Yeah.
that they used what were supposed to be limiters as a means to carry out this plan. That was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and then Slick Charles thought about all this shit by himself, man. We love Slick Charles. But
Yeah.
yeah. Um. And of course, Fontaine is the man on the inside. Wake up, great. Make contact. Not yet. Wake up, great. And Slick Charles rallied the whole gang, the whole community, and then we talked off air, right? How did he know to go there to get to the base? My theory, again, which I think this can be proven, when they first got down there in the church, they saw the map. The map showed them the underground location. Sorry, the underground location is all connected to all the other bases, but these bases ahead on the first floor is a specific thing: the church, Mount Zion, a bodega, a house. So my theory is that Slick Charles remembered one of the portals to get in, because remember, they already canceled out the first one, the house, because they got back the next morning, then find that portal to get down there. So maybe he remembered that this exact bodega will lead us to another elevator, and underground's all connected. Once we're there, we can just find Fontaine. I think. Um,
Mm,
so yeah, once they get down there, they make the phone call. Fontaine tells them exactly where he's at because it's vast down there, and then they rush there. Now, of course, they're trying to conduct an experiment on Yo-Yo to have her be fully compliant, because the perm, they say the perm, put a pin on that. We're gonna get to that too. And lucky for my girl, I'm so glad that it was fake hair. So she got up and beat those two guys. That's great. And they are wrecking havoc, bro. They're running wild. It's just some crazy shit. More guys are coming. Guys are calling other guys. Yo, tell that girl to come to pull up, bro. It's like,
these
yeah.
people, man, they have the
Yo,
lack
my
of
girl's like, you can't
security.
take black people anywhere, bro. I'm like, yo, that's hilarious. Right?
Mm,
Oh shit! It's like, yo, come that, bring that. That's a joke, by the way. We are black. It's just a joke. You can take us places. Oh no, that was bro. I had to specify like right away. Just I'm not. And of course, Fontaine finds himself. They fight, and instead of killing him, the clone, what's the clone? Chester. Chester drags him into a room, and Yo-Yo and
is
Slick.
Chester? Is he Fontaine too?
Yeah, yeah, that's another
Just with a
version.
different name. Okay.
Yeah, just fully bearded, wearing a suit, and kind of no. I was gonna say more slim, but Fontaine constantly wears like two jackets, so this is why he appears wider. But yeah,
Mm,
and also Fontaine lifts weight. Yeah, Chester looked very slimmer. Yeah. That's
mm,
there's the physical attributes definitely do not look the same at all. But listen, man, it is what it is, right? And of course, they'll go in the the cloning room. Now they go back and forth on these scenes, and this is where everything gets revealed, bro. Okay, we're trying to free clones, get out of here. Bam, the guy comes in. I don't know the guy's name. The guy that's he said they call me in when there's a mess. I'm like a mall cop to clean up the mess. Yeah, the guy comes in the cloning
uh,
room. I don't know
yeah,
his name. I don't think his name was ever mentioned.
I refer to him as the villain because
Okay,
they really
perfect.
wanted him to be the villain in this
What do you
story.
mean they wanted him? He's not a villain. He's just a guy that's
No, but you know what
just,
I mean. They wanted somebody to be like the figurehead of like the
which is
bad.
ironic. In my point of view, the villain is Fontaine. But we're gonna get to that. That's subjective. That's freaking subjective. I really hope the black community don't kick me out. Again, it's only two people listening to this shit. But yeah, so Fontaine gets up. Some older man comes in. Hey, what's up? Oh shit, you're me? Like, no, like you're me. You're just one of the many versions I've created. How can
Mm.
you do this shit? Okay, they flip back and forth, but I want to stay. Okay, they keep flipping back and forth, which is all good, but I want to separate. I want to like separate these two scenes. So
Sure.
let's get from one scene and go back to one scene. Let's get on the less significant scene. Subjective, my point of view. Do you think the cloning room back and forth was
No.
less significant?
Yes, yes, I do.
Of course. So
I do.
let's.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah. Let's tackle that first. Yes, and Jamie Foxx character Slick Charles created a diversion, of course, and Homegirl's like, wait, which I don't know why he didn't just kill her, bro. Like, why you let him talk, man? Why you let her keep talking like that?
He should have
but
killed them back at the strip club.
yeah,
Hell yeah. Uh,
yeah, you're right. Everyone was already possessed. Just kill him and get clones. You're absolutely right, Christian. But the story had to go there, right? It is what it is. No, you're
yeah.
absolutely right. But of course, like Charles wasn't wearing rain, so of course his rings. He wasn't wearing his rings, meaning it was a clone that he just shot. So Slick Charles come back and shoot him. That's great. Now let's get to the important shit. Oh, how can you work for these people? It's a marriage of convenience. I'm the lead geneticist on this, bro. This is my thing. Why are you doing this? Ronnie's death is the reason. I made a deal with the devil.
Uh,
Christian, if you keep laughing, this shit's gonna throw me off. I'm about to get on some
no,
serious shit.
no, it's just
What's funny
I,
about this? Tell me
I,
what's funny
it's just
about this.
I'm thinking about how you might get mad about what I'm about to say, but continue. I'll say it like that.
When Ronnie died, he was shot between the fifth or seventh rib or something like that. He bled out for 15 minutes. Like they didn't even wipe the blood off of him. I went there.
Mm,
I saw him. I washed his skin. The words that they freaking use. Washed his skin. Bro,
all the used
um,
words.
it's not enough to think the same. We have to be the same. What the fuck are you talking about, Old Fontaine? It's like, I tracked down 378 unique genes among, yeah, but yes, he's like among us, like all of us, I guess. Yes, he's like your folks from the suburbs, your basically, yes. There are 378 unique genes that can allow us to create this transition and turn white. And he tells Homeboy, you've seen her subjects. And Fontaine right away say, oh shit, the guy in the lab, white guy with afro, the manager at that fried chicken place, white guy with afro. And he's like, yes, they've all passed, but Old Fontaine, they've all passed, but for some reason, that hair, I can't get that hair. But we finally perfected that. The perm that they just released, bro. Yes, the perm that they just released. Now your hair can be straight. And my boy said, this won't happen overnight, but it'll happen over generations. Now, outside of this, people say all the time, right? I've never Googled this or researched that the way America's rolling with all these mixed kids that are happening, we're going to get to a point where that we're all just going to be like a very similar skin tone because of reproduction. So yeah, I'm just tying it into that. It'll happen over a generation, but this is something else. And then my boy said, assimilation is better than annihilation. When he said this, assimilation, put two things together, right? The merger, coming together. I get that. But I'm like, bro, we assimilate all the time as black people. I'm like, dude, a job interviews, like if you pertaining to the job you're going to, like, or black girls, most of them, some of them, unfortunately, not until recently, because they've elucidated on that issue, and it's becoming better to not have to conform to corporate norms. Some were black girls like straighten their hair for job interviews. Dude, I had a semi afro when I was at before I got in my job. They didn't force me to take it out. That's not what I'm saying here. But
Did
just
you
to come, yeah, I did. I'll send you a picture after this
really?
podcast. Yeah, but just nobody forced me. These are rules that are sometimes unwritten. I presented myself in a better position, meaning get rid of my hair. Like, again, nobody forced me at my job. I really better not see if this shit blow up and we become famous 10 years down the line. 10 years down the line, someone's like, he's making fun of white people. That's not what I'm saying here at all. My boss, my coworkers did not force me. I'm talking about this conformity. This
You heard it here,
assimilation is
folks.
better.
Get them.
Yeah.
Get
Get
them.
him. This assimilation is better as than annihilation. We assimilate all the fucking time, bro. Like we change our tone of voice when we're around our workplaces. We talk less like ourselves. We change our vocabulary from time to time, like our hair that I mentioned in different settings. Like we're constantly assimilating. So, so I understood what he meant. He's referring to the merger. That's why, because the question that preceded that statement was like, don't you think guys are gonna notice if they wake up one morning with blonde hair and blue eyes? And then he gets the assimilation is better than annihilation, and that's where I understand this whole time, this whole project, a black guy started. Why? Because he saw his brother die and said, you know what? My brother just died. If my brother was white, they would not have killed him. Fontaine touched up on that in the beginning when Yo-Yo mentioned it in the car. He's like, some fucked up cop just killed him. So,
So
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I do I do have an issue with this backstory. I feel like
Yeah,
they were not as clear as they needed to be
that's true. That's
like
true. That's
because of course like this whole movie, right? There's this overarching racial tone to it. So when you
correct.
hear this story, the writers heavily want you to assume that it was like
It's a
a
white
hate
cop.
crime. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
correct. But they never specified.
if you listen to the words that the lines that he said,
Mm-hmm.
he was shot violently between his
Yeah,
ribs. It didn't
yeah.
have to be fatal. They left
Mm.
him there alone, scared, laid out on the concrete. It took him 15 minutes to die.
Yep.
When I arrived at the morgue, I stood over him for a long time. They couldn't be bothered to clean the blood, so I found a rag and cleaned it myself. I spared you from that
Yes.
memory. Like that's
Right.
just a bad backstory.
That's that's
Like
no,
come
no. That's
on,
a good
man.
backstory, but not specific enough. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Right, it's not specific enough. Like
But
especially
that's the
for
thing,
this guy's
Christian.
motivation. Like this is the
That's the
catalyst
thing.
for the whole
The, the,
movie.
the that's the catalyst of the whole movie. You're correct, but that's the thing. This is not a race thing. This is not a hate crime race thing. For older Fontaine who created this, cop could have been black or white. Wait.
No.
Let me retrace. Because think about it. If it was, let's say if it was black, like we've seen
Uh-huh.
gang violence in the beginning of the movie. We saw Fontaine literally knock out a guy, break his leg, and then just drive off. Um, let's say if the cop was black, how would that motivate him to get that idea? Let's make them all white. I'm gonna assume the cop was white. Why I'm
Yeah,
assuming? Why I'm
see,
assuming? Why I'm assuming? Which I hate assuming. I like facts. I understand. I'm gonna assume the reason you want to turn them all white is because if his brother was white, a white cop would not have shot him. I'm just gonna assume. I don't even have enough
yeah,
facts to even make this a concrete assumption based on what he ended up doing. But you are correct. It is way too
yeah.
vague, and
See,
it
like,
happened in a neighborhood where crime happens. Like just we see where Fontaine's living. That's where he's lived his whole life probably. So that's where his brother also died. So like there's
yeah,
Isaac was running gangs. There's pimps. There's I understand. I understand your point. Yes, I do.
and we shouldn't have to assume this because if you're gonna make a movie that the whole thing is about race, like you gotta be upfront about it, right? Like this is a, it's
No,
just,
but that's the twist. But Christian, that's the twist in the movie. If this ending was not there, we would finish this movie thinking, okay, this is just white people trying to keep drugs and keep violence and keep black people down. Like why you keep cloning drug dealers and gangsters and pimps. But that's not what it's about at all. That's the twist. That's one black guy that's keeping drug dealers and pimps running the game, keep these people drugs, and they're infiltrating ingredients within those drugs to subdue these people so they can make that transition from black to white. This is why behind him in that office you saw a darker black guy, lighter black, a very light skin, white. Like you saw the transition. But
yeah. And
me,
I'm not
um,
challenging like the twist because I do like I do I definitely see like where they're trying to go with it. but it's just the backstory is so crucial to everything that's happening that they should have spent more time on it. I, I totally see what you're saying about like the the end goal or the vision that they had for who was
Yeah,
behind all this. But still, like you need to make sure
yeah,
that this guy, if he's gonna be the big cause for everything, he needs to have a solid history
that's true.
to
That's
explain
true.
his
No, it
actions.
needs. Yeah, yeah, it needs to be stronger. Because yeah, are you also saying if the cop that shot him was black? Are you saying a black cop wouldn't shoot a white kid or would have tended to him with more care? That would just mean that we are killing each other carelessly. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's too ambiguous. I
It's
agree
too
with you on that.
ambiguous. Yeah.
That is true. That's true. You should make that concrete, man. Yeah. That's No, you're right. You're right. That is true, actually. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that was the motive. The brother that was dead. That's why he did that, which is a crazy twist. Like until I got there, I'm like, holy shit. Like white people are running this. This is true, but a black guy is at the heart of this. It's just like wow. That's insane.
Well, I
But yeah,
mean, he's not like exactly at the heart of it, right? Because there are people above him. I think because he did
there are people
say it
above
was
him, but he brought the idea. He found the genes together to he say I made a deal with the devil. Yeah, he said like Ronnie's death is the reason I made a deal with the devil. So he came up, he presented that idea. Like, hey guys, I
mm,
know you, I know this is what I'm thinking of, but unfortunately, I'm going to need resources, and at the same time, it benefits you too because we'll all be united. Which the guy was saying when they cornered them after the strip club. America is divided, leaving us all freaking fighting. We need to find common ground. Like we need to make this country united, all white. And even told Fontaine, uh, he said, "You have something in common with my boss or something. No, you have something in common." He told Fontaine something, and in their interaction, I was like, that's pretty cool because like he knows you, he knows the scientist that runs this. You're one of his clones. But dude, the concept, yes. Beside from all these little leaks that are unresolved and unclear and
plot
ambiguous
holes.
plot holes, that is true. No, I enjoyed it. I yes, but there were things that were like that or that. But that's true. And of course, the last scene, right? He's like, "I'm not gonna let you get away with this." And then Fontaine says, "Olympia Black," and the guy's like, "I'm not a clone." And he's like, "Yeah, you're not a clone, but he is." And Fontaine's like, "Shoot him!" And the guy shoots the real Fontaine. That I don't understand. If you're the scientist behind this, how is there no contingency plan for you not to be untouchable from your own clone?
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah,
I no, that's just bro. Yeah,
it's
the
stupid.
parts that are dope, I will be like, wow, that's beautiful. Like, what a concept, what a twist. But like, dude,
There's too many.
like,
Like there's too many. If it was like a couple, then okay. But why is there so
dude,
many?
I'm not gonna write off this movie, bro. Come on. Well, no, I mean this is subjective. You can if you want. I think this is, yeah. There's work. It could have been better. That's true, but I enjoy the overall message, and I like the twist. It's
Hmm.
some crazy stuff, man. Like we're the one doing this. They're doing it, sure, but we're accomplice. Not an accomplice. Like you had the idea. You're the freaking lead geneticist behind it. Like you found these ingredients to put in fried chicken. Like the managers or your experiment that are partially succeeded. You can't get their hair right, bro. That's some crazy shit, man. What a movie. Um, yeah, and of course, news coverage freaking uncover the whole thing, and yeah, and they're all going to Memphis, which was kind of cute. They're all going to Memphis, and the movie ends, and then they shoot to some guy in L.A.
Some random dude,
uh,
face
some random dude
tattoos.
that face tattoos. Yeah, heavy lifting, the same way Homeboy's lifting. There was nobody missing because they didn't show me him inside. They show him outside after he bought the drink. I was waiting to see if someone's missing there too. But yeah, and then yeah, he steps out. There's another version of Frog. Someone else asking for drink to drink. He gave the person something to drink. hit up his mom. His mom is still most likely a recording,
Mhm.
chilling with the boys, and it comes up on TV, and they're like, "Bro, is Tyrone? Is that you?" It's like,
They
or
clone
bro, it's just
Tyrone.
they clone
Whoa.
Tyrone. That's so
Whoa,
crazy.
dude. No
Christian,
way.
don't do that. Don't do that, dude. It's
Nah,
condescending.
uh, I didn't mean for that to come out as like
Shit.
as mockery.
Uh, but yeah, man. It's yeah, that's it. They clone Tyrone.
They clone
Yeah.
Tyrone.
Uh, yeah. I have nothing else, man. That's it. Damn, this was 2 hours,
Yeah, dude.
bro.
It wasn't the movie 2 hours long.
The
Oh
movie was
man.
about 2 hours long.
Jesus Christ.
uh, this was good. All right, I guess we get back to Vinland Saga next week. But yeah, uh, it's been real.
Yeah,
All right, dude.
it's been real.
Unfortunately, we gotta go. Thank
Yep.
you for listening to the first movie breakdown, bro. This is the first one.
First one. Yeah. If you made it
Jesus
this
Christ.
far,
If you made
assuming.
it this far, right? Literally, you got shit to go do. 2 hours, like, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you
uh,
listening to this actually?
why are you listening?
Are you okay?
How dare you make it this far, man? What you got time on your hand? Like, go do something. Just go.
You're better than this.
You're better than this. Crazy shit. But yeah. All right, dude. We
All
out.
right, man. Bye.
Bye.